it works out, and it's Defense of the Ancient style. And I can see actually how they have Azura's crater set up right now as a giant horde symbol. That works perfectly. That actually works for that setup.
You want to put up a picture of that? I didn't see that.
Yeah, give me a second to pull up that.
Yeah. I think I saw a picture of it on Wowhead or something, but I wasn't sure what I was looking at.
Yeah, give me 1 second to find an image, but yeah, and it does work. Works really well for that. As I mistyped this because I'm an idiot. No bollocks. I didn't think about that when I was setting this all up, but no, it's it's actually real fun. Come on, learn to type. But here we go. Image. Where's the overhead map? There it is. Come on, open it. There we go. But they're going to be using this for Dota, for a Dota style BG, and it works. You'll have to excuse the image; it's kind of squished a bit. Can't really fix that. But you can see how they can do it quite easily.
Okay, that's okay. Now, how are they going to do this?
Okay, well, you figure they're running it Dota style. Okay, so
right,
you've got the two teams probably.
Just kind of release it so I can see your mouse, and that way you can just kind of move it around.
Let me fix that so you can actually see my mouse as I do this.
Right, and that way I can see what you're doing.
Okay, you figure, so it's Dota, if you've ever played Dota or League of Legends or something like that.
I live and breathe Dota.
Yeah, okay.
I'm loving this.
So if they're doing a BG style, you figure,
right.
If they're actually using Azura or Azura's crater, so you figure somewhere, in this area, quote unquote, roughly.
Right.
You just have, one group going, this way, another one going this way, or something like that. I doubt they'll actually use Azura itself, do a complete BG just made up of the, that would be a hell of a BG though.
Hey, that'd be a huge, Dotas do need a lot of room.
Yeah, they do need a lot of room, especially since they're doing it, as a BG. Let's see if I can actually pull up an image of Azura's crater somewhere.
I think I saw one, but it wasn't to the side. It was top to bottom.
Huh.
If it's the one that I saw it on the one that I gave you the link with the pumpkin. I'll see if I can find that because I thought I saw that. I saw a horde-like picture or a horde picture like. Oh fuck! I've seen too much since then. I lost the time. I lost it. Shoot. Well.
Okay, I think I have an image here.
Oh, okay. We'll go with that.
Give me...
while we're on it, we got a person in the room. They were wondering about StarCraft. Is that tomorrow? Because Diablo is Sunday.
They were running some StarCraft stuff today. I think they'll be doing more StarCraft announcements tomorrow, yes.
Okay, so if you want to come back tomorrow, we'll be doing this again. And
yeah. They'll probably actually be covering... StarCraft and Diablo stuff out the wazoo tomorrow, since it's also closing day.
Oh yeah, that's right. They won't have anything Sunday.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, Diablo and StarCraft will most likely be tomorrow. We did see one thing we can say we saw is we saw the trailer to Brood.
Yeah, Heart of the Swarm. Yes, that was really exciting. I do believe I have it queued up somewhere around here.
Yeah, we could go ahead and play that.
Yeah. But first,
it's out. It's probably got 100 versions on YouTube by now. So.
Is this
not like.
No, that's STV.
That they didn't show. So.
Yeah, well, there's a few images that I can't seem to find for the life of me. Let's see, is that... What's that? That is Orb of Power. Oh, well, here, okay. Well, here, real quick, is, they actually have an image of, the Stranglethorn, Diamond Mine for a DG.
Oh, I see how that works.
Yeah. And they also have, I'm not sure what this one is for the life of me. I think this is the Tolvir arena.
No, that's Murder Ball.
Okay, so this would be Murder Ball. Okay.
That's set up almost exactly like the Black Garden. The Orb of Power is what you pick up, and that deals the damage.
Okay.
Now, just real quick, the way that it works in Rift is you're going up to 1,500 resources.
Yeah.
Where the Orb of Power is, the closer you stay to that, the more points you get. Of course, you're out in the open. If you go back to, like, say, where the Horde and Alliance start in, you'll get maybe like 1 point per tick. So the trick is finding a way to stay. Usually most people, there are trees in Rift about where those pillars are.
Yeah.
They'll hide behind the pillar because that's about halfway.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's Murder Ball. That's the second one, whatever the second one was.
Okay. Then I'm almost on top of the image I'm looking for. Yay.
That's usually how it works. Yeah.
Let's see. Is that it? No, that's more Murder Ball. Damn, they seem to be kind of hush-hush on this one for some reason. I don't, well, oh, actually, here's a continuation of Murder Ball for you.
Really?
Yeah. Here's a
yes. Okay, this is exactly it. This is the Black Garden.
Okay.
It's 6 points per what you're looking at is the closer to the center you get, the more points per tick holding that ball you will get.
Yeah.
So if you stand around the center, every time it ticks, you get 6 points added to your score. You move out to the middle, it's 4. You run like a bitch out to your starts, it's 2. And I'm assuming they'll do. I know somebody's going to bitch slap me if I have this wrong. I think it's Black Garden. That's the one in there. But and then the one. Here's the little preview if you want a strategy. Get the biggest tank you can have, and get the most annoyingly powerful healer you can have, and hide behind one of those pillars. Because the tank will never go down far enough that they can lose it, and if they do, one good heal, and they'll be right back up. And then just have everybody turtle it. If you can do that, you win the game. That's how you do it in Rift, and as you showed me, that's exactly what they're doing here.
Yeah, so well, there you go. So
if you want an annoying bastard to win, if you're really close, stand in the center, and have 2 people with you. That way, if the tick gets, the thing will drop in the center. It'll drop wherever you drop it, but if you're in the center, it'll stay there. Have somebody touch it, and they win. That's how playing a mage, I won the game. Because I was happening to stand near the tank, and he dropped over dead. And I went over, picked it up, boom, got an achievement for holding it, boom, got an achievement for holding it when the game was over.
Well, there you go.
Never played the background again.
So, you're already learning new cheats on how to beat a BG that's not even out yet.
Well, like I said, it helps her continuing with their trend. They saw something that was unique in Rift, and they're taking, and it's a good one. It's not a battleground like WoW has ever seen before. It's really got some interesting mechanics to it.
Yeah.
So I'm anxious to see how that one is accepted. Well, especially with all the WoW sayers saying that Rift is no good and nothing good can come out of Rift.
Yeah.
They go, one of their first few BGs is nothing but a Rift clone. It's going to make people, it's going to be like, hey, that's just like Rift. Oh, people are going to be so... Is there any... I'm going to look for that picture because I can't really read it.
Oh.
Let me see if I can find that on joystick.
Well, basically, this is the Stranglethorn diamond mine. You know, and you've got to capture the nodes and whatnot, you know, very similar, you know, and escort track, you know, multiple tracks. And it's basically an escort resource BG. So they looked at, they kind of, they took some of the old elements of vanilla Alteric Valley, where you had to escort the wing commander back or whatever have you, and said, okay, we'll make it resource, we'll make it this and that, and they, you know, adapted it, and that looks like pretty good. A lot of the words are actually hard to read anyways, just because the image is a horrible image.
This is 15 versus 15, so that will be a good one.
Yeah. So that'll be real interesting to see what they do there.
Just to know what the best way to do, and here I go again, because I played this on Team Fortress. The best way to do that is leave 5 people, preferably weaker. Put your little screaming meanies on the cart, because what you're going to need is all your deeps to zerg the enemy cart.
Yeah.
Because the enemy cart will push for it. How it goes in Team Fortress is when the enemy cart, you have to stand by the enemy cart. The enemy cart tethers you and moves forward. Moves a little bit faster depending on how many people are there. Like I said, get the low people. The ones that can't fight or do damage, put them on there. Because they're not going to be able to help anyway.
Yeah.
Then what you do is you send your people who can do the hard hitting. Assuming this is time for time how it works, and if anybody 3 years ago told me that I'd be explaining a PvP battle, I'd just look at them and shake my head. You know me, I despise PvP, but this is just something strange enough that I've done, and it's Team Fortress 2. It's actually kind of fun to do it that way.
Yeah.
Okay, so your meanies are pushing your cart. They all get slaughtered because that's what happens to meanies. At first, it'll stop. And the way it happens in Team Fortress is you'll get about a 20-second countdown. After the 20 seconds, it starts going in reverse. Not fast. It's just, you know, just kind of creeping backwards, but it is going backwards. But of course, and the moment that it tethers, hello, well, bye. The moment somebody tethers it, it stops and starts moving forward again. If you just get by it, but you don't get tethered exactly, it will stop. But once you're dead, the countdown starts again.
Yeah. Well, and so you've already got this figured out. You've got these BGs figured out already. Just
because I've been lucky enough to play something similar,
Yeah. So, you know, when Mists of Pandaria comes out, are you going to get into PvP? Just because of these BGs. You could totally own. You know you could.
Well, me and several other RIP people, yeah, I think I probably will, especially I'll take a look at how resilience goes.
Well, and let's talk about that real quick. Why don't you find that...
Yeah, since we're on PvP, let's talk... Because we were mentioning this before.
Yeah. And it's actually a screen image, you know, and they were talking about class changes. How they're from level 1, starting at level 1, they're going to make resilience a stat, like mastery. Well,
I love that graphic. We still love the other classes.
Yeah.
I'm a fucking shaman. What does that say about my class? Yeah. Other than that, we get it up the ass really bad this time. They really messed with the totems.
Oh yeah, well, and they talked about how resilience is going to be a scaling stat that you get from level 1.
Yeah, it builds up just like all the other stats. Now, there will be PvP arena gear yet. Yeah. But it won't be as big of a deal if you want to get into them. What I'd like to see, and I don't think they will, but this is something else I wanted to see, is I'd like to see them cut the level requirement from every 10 level to every 5. And that would make it a lot easier to go up, because basically, if you're at level 18 or 19, oh yeah, you're poning because you're on the